Hey guys, welcome back to Prepping in Progress. This is Kim. We wanted to continue our series on talking to prepper women or women that are wanting to get into prepping. So come and join me. We're going to sit down and have a quick discussion. Alright guys, I've been trying to organize my thoughts on this for a couple of days and just kind of wanted to roll with it and go over a few things that I've been thinking about when discussing prepping with women or women who are wanting to get into prepping, women who are already in prepping, who are kind of staying in the background and not really coming forward. About 70% of preppers are men, and it can be really overwhelming for a lot of women to kind of come into this community, and I wanted to dispel a few myths and hopefully encourage women to be involved no matter what. Me myself being relatively new to prepping, it was really hard when coming into it. It's very machismo driven a lot of times, and for women that's not what really gears us. It's not, what's the latest greatest toys. It's not the bang bang shoot 'em up type, going out facing the world, post-apocalyptic. A lot of times it's geared towards, we are the nurturers. We tend to want to protect in the sense of we want to make sure our family's taken care of. Me, I've been a stay-at-home mom. I've also worked in the workforce. I'm currently back to work after being a stay-at-home mom for 10 years. My kids were the main drive behind me wanting to become prepared. And for a lot of women, that's where they come in. Their spouse is into preparedness, or they see the need for trying to protect their children. This is great, and I want women and encourage women to be in this community because we bring a lot to this community. It's about balance and the wonderful balance between how a man thinks and how a woman thinks, and when the two come together, it is a wonderful balance between the two, just from different perspectives. A lot of times we can be looked at as the spouse or as almost as a liability. And I don't want female preppers to look at themselves as, oh, I have to do this because or else I'm a liability. I'm not as strong, I'm not as this, I'm not as that. And that's not how I want female preppers to approach it. You are a prepper. Look at yourself not so much as just a female prepper. Look at yourself as a prepper. Yes, it's true, we're not as strong as men, but that doesn't mean we're not as capable. We have different abilities, we have different strengths. Men have different strengths and different weaknesses. We have different strengths and weaknesses. But when we come together, it is a wonderful balance of helping each other. Does that necessarily mean we all, female preppers that is, have to be the biblical helpmeet? No, because I know a lot of female preppers who are single, who aren't married. And that works great for them. If that's what you are into, go for it. Not all people are called to be a partner. That is a often overlooked minority of preppers, is the single female. So if you are a single female and you are worried about a number of things, I'll tell you the same advice as I give to male preppers. Don't try to do it alone. Now, does that mean you have to go out and get married? No. But be part of a MAG group. Have a tribe of people. Have people that you can rely on, people you count on. Be a help and an asset to whatever community that you're a part of. Trying to go out alone, I don't think it is the best option for male or female. because we do have different strengths and weaknesses, I think most women will be an asset, not a liability. And I don't want men looking at women as a liability. Whether they're single, have children, whatever it may be, we bring a sense of community to a group, a sense of balance to a group. And a lot of times that can be overlooked and overshadowed because we're not bringing physical strength to a group. Physical strength's not everything. I know people who are not physically strong that are wonderful preppers. I know women who are, I gotta watch my language because I can't say bad A. But I come from a very long line of women who are amazing. Amazingly strong and capable of a number of feats. This doesn't have to include just household items. I have women in my family who are better shots than most men, especially with long range shooting. I tend to find women to be amazing marksmen. Their attention to detail, their ability to bring people together, their ability to work together. I saw an episode, I forget what Survivor show it was, but it was separated into men and women, and the women within the first day had like organization, they had a little community built up, and the men were still fighting on over who was kind of be in charge. Am I saying that women are better than men? No. Am I saying that men are better than women? No. We need to come together in a balance. We need to come together in a sense of purpose togetherness, because it is going to have to take both of us. Just as society was built with men and women working together, a family is built upon a man and a woman working together, not one dominating the other. You know, us as spouses, we're called to be helpmeets to our partners, but that doesn't mean we are subjects under our husbands. We are partners with our husbands. And just in prepping, we are called to be partners. And this is geared more towards married women, but we are called to be at our husband's side. That's why I love the analogy in the Bible about a woman coming from the rib. Not from his foot where she would be under his heel, not from his head that she would top over him, but from his ribs at his side, close to his heart. And it's that working togetherness, that partnership between men and women to balance each other out. You know, if it was for my husband, we'd just be stocked up on ammo and a few MREs, and that's how we were going to survive in the world. But because I came at it from a different perspective, we diversified and we focused on different things that I found important, and then we focus on things that he finds important, and it's that balance that we strive for together. So if you don't have any women in your mag group, if you don't have women that you're working with on a regular basis, I would urge you to change that. We bring a wonderful wealth of knowledge with us. Our skills can be diversified in a number of different ways. Me, myself, because I was a stay-at-home mom for so long, running a household, taking care of kids, that was a skill that I had in the bank done. But I wanted more. I wanted to diversify and become an asset outside of the home as well. My kids are teenagers. They don't need diaper changing as much. So I went out and went to the local community college, and I said, I want a skill. I want to learn something, because I felt like my skills were limited. So I went and signed up for welding courses and machining courses. And that way I could learn a skill. Will I ever use these skills? I do every single day at work. After an event, I don't know, I might. Definitely the welding. And because I diversified my skills and showed that women are more than just the people that are inside the home. You know, I work on my shooting skills just like my husband does. But I also know the domestic skills. I know canning, I know food preservation, dehydrating, all the things because I want to keep my family fed. And I'm making him learn those so we can cross-train each other. But that balance that is struck and is so needed in the prepper community of male and female and not being so male-driven. I'm not saying excluding men. I love you guys. I'm saying a balance. A balance between men and women to work together is needed in the prepper community. And we're working toward that. We've got some wonderful female preppers out there. Old school prepper, survival mom. I follow a lot of these women that are amazing and amazingly strong and capable, who are assets to a group and not liabilities. And I want everybody to realize, men and women both, that women are an asset to the prepping community. And we need to strive to bring them in more. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this series. And I wanted to start it off. We had the other video about reluctant spouses, but I wanted to come up and follow up with this one of saying women are preppers. They're not just female preppers. They're not just spouses. They are preppers. They have ideas. They have input that may be a different perspective, but that is and should be welcomed. So that's my thoughts. I didn't want to go too rambly, but I wanted to encourage women to be more involved. And it's okay to come at it from a different mindset, because that is going to be an asset to us as a community. To come at things from I don't want to keep saying different perspective, but a female perspective. And it may be different than men's. And men, I want you to welcome the input. Because a lot of times we can get locked into our own mindset of this is how it should be and this is how we're going to make it work, without listening to other people. And especially not listening to completely different mindsets than our own. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was encouraging. Women, I want you to get out there and I want you to just be bad A's in the prepper community and realize that you bring a lot to the community. You bring so much that you don't realize how valuable you are to this community. And I love to hear more from women, and I would love to hear more from men encouraging women to come in and give them their ideas on what they think would work and what would help. And just remember, you're not just a female prepper, you're a prepper. Plain and simple, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are a prepper, and your opinion is valid, and your perspective is valid. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you in many more of these videos.